Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default. Last time, we rescued Egil from Starkfort, the Swordbearer's stronghold, and brought him back here safely to Heartschild. He gave us information about where we could potentially find an entrance to the Fire Temple, but instead of tackling that right now in this episode, we are going to be going back to Commander Goodman and seeing if there's anything else we can do to help him with the Swordbearer's attacks. So, let's head that way. But of course, first things first, we're going to be checking up on Narende and upgrading our town. After upgrading the Hill Parts shop to level 7, we obtained the light special move parts. We also obtained the compound glitter bug from the compound shop. And some gifts from the trader and combat item shop. First up on today's upgrades is the combat item shop, so we can get the Arctic Wind. And secondly, up today is the Cape Parts shop, so we can get the special move parts, HP recovery level 4, stop touch, and stop resistance down. With Narende Village out of the way, let's make our way towards Commander Goodman. Alright, at the Eisen Bridge, Commander Goodman, what information you got for us?
What can I help you with?
So, by talking to Commander Goodman, we get access to 3 of these prompts, similar to whenever we were discussing with Dats and Zats. Honestly, the Mercenaries prompt here would discuss the members of the Black Blades, but since we've already taken down 2 of their members, I'm not going to go over this. So, let's hear why the Eisen Bridge is so contested.
There's a good reason that the lines of battle were drawn at this bridge. 3 roads run north to south across this land, one each to the east and west of here, and this one in between. The central road that this bridge is built upon is wider than the paths to the east and west, and it serves as our main thoroughfare. The colossal weaponry the Black Blades have given the Swordbearers is too large to be hauled down any other road.
I see. So the enemy was forced to target this bridge to make use of it?
Precisely. We made this bridge our last line of defense, and the main body of the Shield-Bearers guards it. The Sword-Bearers need to cross the bridge, so they cannot attack it directly. This strategy results in the least casualties for our forces.
But even if you halt the advance of their main contingent, wouldn't it be easy for smaller units to slip past by other routes?
Correct. Small squads we are not aware of present more danger than the vast army we face before us. What can I help you with?
The third and final prompt here is, what is that? This is the prompt I really wanted to click on.
What do you mean?
The enemy forces attacking the bridge.
Oh, I see. The shock troops led by that brassy young woman. Our intelligence suggests she is a high-ranking member of the Black Blades.
That girl is one of their officers?
Don't underestimate her. She uses the power of song to bolster her soldiers and weaken ours.
The power of song?
Yes, her songs can be quite troublesome. All of our soldiers that hear her sing become confused. The Swordbearers bombard us from the opposite bank when they see us in disarray. We've suffered great losses from these attacks.
Songs that inspire allies and confuse the enemy. She must have quite a voice. I'd like to hear it myself sometime.
So it doesn't bother you that she's a foe? I hope her honeyed tones send you tumbling off the bridge.
I have no ulterior motives, I swear.
So, if you silence this girl, would that swing the battle in your favor?
Unfortunately, she is protected by a formidable force, and the narrow bridge makes it impossible to get close.
Then, let us try.
Oh, is this the wind vessel we have here? What a delightful surprise! You've come all this way to hear me perform? Why, thank you! I am
wild!
And when you see me dance,
We go wild!
then get wild! Here we go! Love in the crossfire! Steady my sights, get you tonight.
Yeah! Rayleigh!
Feeling alright, squeeze you so tight. Love in the crossfire, ready, make fire. Fit to ignite.
Her song has them entranced.
Love in the crossfire, ready, make fire.
What a sweet voice. She's enchanting.
Don't listen to her. She'll mess with your head.
Let's do this! They're strong!
Don't they feel any pain? Nothing seems to faze them. Okay, everybody. Time to back up a bit. The time is nigh to blow them sky high. Fire!
Uh-oh. We need to pull back now, or we'll be obliterated.
I'm afraid we weren't able to break through.
If it is beyond even you, then we are out of options.
If only we could shut her up.
I love the absurdity of this, that we've got a performer here with blue bunny ears and a bright blue tutu that's leading the charge in this huge civil war involving hundreds of thousands of individuals. It's such a cool, interesting little concept. But we've got to figure out a way to keep her quiet. Unfortunately, the shield bearers aren't going to be making much progress in their civil war here if we can't get Praline to be quiet. So let's go ahead, and I don't think we're going to find our answer here to our problem in Eisenberg, so I think it's best if we go ahead and explore a little bit and see if we can come up with the answer on our own. If we're going to be looking for a way to keep her quiet, I think it'd be best if we start by looking around our different areas, like Anchime, Florum, or even Grandship potentially. There might be something there that has what we need. We can't exactly throw silence at her. I don't think we'd get close enough to cast that spell, so we gotta find a new way. But back at Grandship, we get to finally see it at daytime. It's very pretty, and there's a lot more people out as well.
Hey, have you ever heard of the Siren Song?
I have. A strange voice you hear out at sea, right? Sailors who hear the song become captivated by it and throw themselves overboard. It's a common tale.
That's right. The Siren Song that causes all to cast themselves into the sea. When I was even younger than you are now, there was a time it was heard throughout the whole ship.
A siren song? Was everyone okay?
It caused great panic among young and old. But a traveling bard who happened to be aboard said something that calmed everyone down. All you have to do is sing above the siren's voice. Brilliant, isn't it? He conducted us in song with his baton all night long, and the siren was defeated.
Wow, that's quite a story. Where did the bard go?
Who knows? He set off again soon after. One of the elders here might know.
Oh, that sounds promising. Let's talk to some of these people. Oh yes, I heard that bard had pupils all over the world. When I was young, he must have been about my age now. I doubt he still lives. I remember him saying he was going to meet a pupil of his in Anchime. Well, that might be exactly where we need to go. Do you have any extra information? Oh, I remember that bard. I heard he was a conductor, famous throughout the lands. We were blessed to learn songs from a person of such renown. Well, I think we've got enough information here from Grand Ship. So, I'll see you at Anchime. We've arrived at Anchime, so let's go and see if we can find this potential bard's pupil. There doesn't really seem to be too many people here who we have not already talked to, but you're new. Yes, I was indeed Archipellar's first pupil. So this game likes to play with some names of characters, and the writers, especially the English translation team, like their puns. Archipellar, acapella, I like that. Sadly, I fear he has crossed the Great Divide. When he knew he was not long for this world, he sought to visit 3 of his pupils one last time. He passed on to me one of the secrets to his singing. His last words were, always sing with your mouth wide open. The second pupil he visited, I believe they live near the castle in Caldisla. Oh, well, that's our next stop. I'll see you in Caldisla to meet the second pupil of Acapellar. While I'm here in Anchime, this has been way long overdue, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase all of the magic here. There we go. It's been really overdue. But the biggest and most important spell here to grab, if you have not already, and especially if you're following along, grab Sleep. We're going to need this here very soon. Now arrived in Caldisla, so let's go and find this second pupil. You look promising. You are looking for my old mentor? It has been some time since I heard his name. Such memories. Yes, I was his second pupil. When he came to see me, he looked fondly at my children, as if they were his own grandchildren. Now they're all grown up, and I'm an old woman. You wish to know if I was given any instructions? I do remember him saying, "Sing from your belly." He stayed with me a few weeks, then set off to visit his third pupil. They lived in Florum, the land of radiant flowers. This man, Archipellar, has been all over the place. So, our next stop to find this man's final pupil is in Florum. So, I'll see you there. On the way to Florum, Ringabel gained a job level and learned Inoculate. Inoculate. Use a consumable item that cures a status ailment on one target to confer immunity to that status ailment for 6 turns. Note that this ability can even be used in the silent state, as pretty much all of Salvemaker's abilities can. Basically what this is take an example as if you were to use an antidote to cure the poison status ailment. Once that antidote is cured, the status ailment, that's whoever was the recipient of that antidote is now immune to poison for 6 turns. So it's quite useful. But on the topic of support abilities, I am going to be re-equipping Damage Dispersion on Edea now that we are done with the Kata encounter. And we're back in Florum. Hasn't been too long. It's nice to see this place again, despite its very aggressive populace. But I think if we're going to find any pupil of this Archipellar, they'd be over here next to the Sacred Flower Festival stage. Yes, I was his last pupil. Does that surprise you? You expected a woman, no doubt, me being from Florum. I can see it on your face. In any case, my mentor visited 2 other pupils before coming to see me. He bestowed one of the secrets to his songs to each of us. You wish to know what he told me? Well, this is embarrassing. He said, "Do not be shy when it comes to song." He always worried that I was too faint of heart. I'll never forget the words he whispered to me when he left my side for the last time. A singer has no need of finesse, he said. He said he was heading to Heartschild as he left. Well, that's exactly where we need to be anyways, so... It was a short little revisit to each of these little areas, but... You know, we gotta head back to Heartschild. We can't keep Commander Goodman waiting for too much longer. I guess while I'm walking back to Heartschild, I do want to go ahead and note that it is a little weird that the side quest has you going around the entire world to find these pupils and learn the rules of this legendary singer, but it does kind of kill the intensity of the moment. Tiz gained a job level up and learned physical attack 20% up. That's going to be really useful right here. But yeah, it does kind of kill the whole intensity of this segment. I guess I don't want to remove two-handed on him, so I guess I'll remove these and give him the physical attack 20% up. Yeah, he's going to be a bit slow now compared to everyone else. Let's see here. What will his speed be now? Okay. Yeah, he's actually still fairly fast. Not by much, but it's still fairly fast. But yeah, like, it's really cool that you go, but it's kind of like a little bit of a mini revisit to Florum, Caldisla, and Anchime if you were missing anything there. Even Grandship. But it is a little annoying, especially navigating to Florum, that you have to go back through all of the Miasma Woods twice to get back there, then go back to the Echelot. It's a little annoying. But Anya's gained a job level, not a job level, she gained a regular level. And so did Tiz. They're level 38 now. I mean, it's a nice little revisit if you were missing something there, but it's okay. Now that we're in Heartschild, we've got a new NPC here who wasn't here earlier. That old bard. Yes, he passed on not 10 years ago. About half a year after he arrived here, he gathered us little ones up and taught us about music. Always sing with your mouth wide open. Sing from your belly. Do not be shy when it comes to a song. No, he never told us anything like that. But he did say, your hearts are as one. And the most important thing is to have fun. It's not just me. All the people of this town were his pupils, as were their children. Even in the midst of this war, I bet you could convince the shield-bearer soldiers to break into song. When he died, we sent his belongings onto Grandship. There we go, okay. So, every denizen of Heartschild has a little bit of a singing voice to themselves. They're all choir kids. But if we want to get all of these shield-bearers to break into song to potentially drown out Praline's very blaring voice, we gotta go get his gear. So, back to Grandship with us. On our way back to Grandship, Idia and Ringabel both gained a level up. They're all level 38 now. On the way back to Grandship as well, Ringabel gained a job level and learned the Auto Potion support ability. Auto Potion. Automatically use a potion on yourself when you take damage. Note that you must have a potion for this to occur. This is a double-edged sword. Being able to automatically use a potion without any BP being used after you take damage is really nice. However, the fact that it does take potions from your inventory means that you could very quickly run out of potions without intending to, as it doesn't matter how much damage you take, Auto Potion activates. So keep that in mind if you want to run this support ability. And we're back at Grandship. I think the best place for us to go is back where we started.
Ah, look who we have here! Oh, look what I found while cleaning up the place!
Could that be the Bard's baton? I wonder if we could borrow it for a while.
Really? What for? I certainly don't mind, so take it. I doubt I'll ever get any use out of it.
Thank you! Hey, there's something written on it. The most important thing is to have fun, it says.
Well, that seems to be exactly what we need. I think it's best if we head back to Commander Goodman and start rallying these troops for a head-on charge against Praline. So, I'll see you back at Commander Goodman. Back at the Eisen Bridge, before we take the fight to Praline on the bridge itself, I would suggest making some quick preparations. Hey, adventure buddy. Sometimes the shortest way there is the long way around. Well, I mean, we did just go around the world to solve this side quest, so I think that statement's very accurate. So, thanks to Norende Village, the adventurer will sell compound items for the salve maker. And there are a few things I want to grab here. First thing I want to grab is a few extra beast livers. I don't want to buy too many, as the price of these compounding items are very, let's just say they're pretty high, and they might be a little misleading, as you don't want to spend too much and run out of items all of a sudden. But I am going to grab a few beast livers, and I'm also going to grab a few fulmin shards, enough to have an even amount, so that I can compound them together. I don't need to buy any actual attack items, and I don't think I need to buy any regular healing items. I think that's it for the compounding items. And while we do have a few extra gear pieces that I could buy, like the bloody shield, I don't think there's anything here that we really need. So, I think that's it for preparations in terms of items and gear. In Ringabel's support abilities, I took away Protect Ally, and I'm going to be giving him Attack Item Amp. I think this will be pretty useful. And then looking at everyone else, I don't think there's really anything I need. The only real benefit I might have is maybe BP recovery on Anyas, but I think I'm pretty good for right now. One final bit of preparation I'm going to make is I'm going to set Ringabel's job command back to Miscellany. I won't be needing his heals here, so, and I prefer having Examine for encounters such as this. With all of our preparations set, let's give our good news to the commander.
What can I help you with?
Round 2, Praline, but this time, we aren't gonna go down.
Oh, look! The Wind Vestal and her merry band have graced us with their presence again! We haven't come to hear you sing, if that's what you think. Oh, please! Don't pretend you're not captivated by this voice of mine. Because we all know, when I sing...
We go wild!
Shut it! You won't get your way so easily. Try as many times as you want, but it's futile. My personal guard would gladly die for me. Isn't that right, darling?
We're here for you, Praline!
Thank you all! Let's sing a little tune then! Love in the Crossfire! Not so fast! Come on, Shield Bearer! What are you doing? This isn't on the set list! Nobody can hear my song now! I'll just have to sing louder! Oh, this isn't working! Time to blow you sky high! How's that? No way! It's useless! Ah! Why are you being so mean? You're supposed to worship the ground I walk on! Hurl! Kick the Wind Vestal and that other riffraff out of here!
The Black Blade's very own Praline a la mode, the performer. This fight is actually fairly easy. Praline herself is not much of a threat, as she is a performer who provides buffs for herself and her allies. The real threats here are the Black Blades that accompany her as bodyguards. These are just fairly regular goons that we've already dealt with before, so there's not really too much to worry about as long as we keep Praline under control. First things first, though, I am going to be utilizing Ring a Bell. I'm going to Brave twice with him. And I'm going to examine Praline, as she is our main threat here. And then I'm going to be utilizing 2 Fulmin Shards to create a Pantheon's Wrath to take out those guards. Everyone else is going to default. There's Shell Split, we don't know what that does. The guards aren't too bad. Praline herself has 40,000 HP, but no weakness. And Pantheon's Wrath is going to take down the guards. There's Love Power. This is a group cast at a physical attack 25% up a spell, which is very dangerous if you let her guards stay alive. Praline herself is not a very dangerous attacker, so we can kind of just chill for a little bit. I am going to use Agnes here. She's going to Histaga, our team, and then I'm going to have her Sloga Praline. As every single time all of her guards are down and out, she will summon 2 new ones. This is infinite, but there are some ways around this, as I'll show off here very quickly. One thing you can do is that if you have a black mage or a red mage with the sleep ability, you can put one of the adds to sleep. This will keep them out of the action, and they won't be able to do any crazy attacks. And then, you can then take down the remaining Black Blade, and as long as you keep the sleeping Black Blade asleep, Praline will not summon any more guards. So, we can kind of just keep her in a loop where she doesn't have any help, and she can't bring back any more for us to worry about. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sleep that Axe Fighter on the left, who is currently asleep, and I'm going to prepare some very devastating attacks for Praline. And then I'm going to have Agnes heal up. Hopefully Tiz's double damage is more than enough to take them down. Oh well, he took down both of them. I kind of underestimated the power of his physical attack bonus that I completely forgot he had. Okay. Well, that's okay. We're gonna have him Brave twice and lower Praline's physical defense. And then, Ring a Bell, I'm going to have you heal up our man Tiz. Let's just throw a high potion. This is going to heal 1,000 HP instead of the normal 500. And then Idia, I'm actually going to have you utilize your Horizon special move. And then Agnes, you have Histaga on, which means that we're going to be going first. So instead, I think I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use Protect on yourself. Actually, I'll just have you default, so we have extra BP to utilize. So Shell Split, ooh, the crit!
Good luck.
Here's the critical increase special move. This will do quite a bit. 4,800 flat damage, it's always nice. There's the high potion. There's the bodyguards coming back. But this time, I'm not going to underestimate the power of Tiz. He's going to double damage the Axe Fighter, and then I'm going to have him just regularly attack Praline. Ring a Bell, I'm going to have default, and Idia, I'm going to have her Brave, and just poke at Praline. I don't want her to use Judgment, as that's too much of a BP commitment. And then Agnes, I'm going to have her cast Sleep on the regular Black Blade. There we go. There's some good damage poking right there. Damage this person coming in. Aw, we missed. That's okay, though. Tiz, I'm just going to have him regularly attack Praline. Ring a Bell, I'm going to have you default. Idia, I'm going to have you use Judgment on Praline. And then Agnes, I'm going to have you continue the buffs by utilizing Lux. I'm not too worried about the one soldier right now. Especially since now we have all of these buffs. That soldier's not going to do anything to us. Again, Praline's damage output is not really that big of a threat here. I'm going to have Tiz default for this turn and have Ring a Bell compound him a Ether and a potion. No, a high potion. There we go. Give him a quarter elixir. And then have Agnes try and sleep our Black Blade again. There we go. There's the sleep. Now we don't have to worry about them. And then Tiz, we're going to have you do some double damage against Praline. And Ring a Bell, we'll have you compound. Actually, nah, we'll just have you default. You don't really have anything to do right now, buddy. And then Agnes, we'll just have you heal up. Oh, look at that damage, the 7,000 crit damage. That one more for you right there that gives them extra BP is not really coming in handy for you there, Praline, as you don't really have a buddy to use BP. And she doesn't really have much HP left, so I'm just gonna go full throttle. And that's the fight with Praline a la mode. Very abusable encounter, as Praline herself doesn't really have any real tools to fight back once you have put her guards out of commission. So, just come prepared as every other fight, and you will have no real issue. Agnes gained a level up, and Ring a Bell gained a job level up and learned Shorten Ailment. And for winning against Praline, we earned the Star Corselet and a Stardust. Three members of the Black Blades downed, and for beating Praline, we obtain the Performer Asterisk. The Performer boosts the stats of all allies through song and dance. Raises all allies' stats at once, and they favor daggers, rods, and staves, though weapons to them aren't really all that important. Their specialty is save, singing, MP, and their job command is singing. Their stats are not too ideal, with their highest stats mostly being their intelligence and agility, making them fairly decent attackers, magic attackers, and very quick on the battlefield, allowing for them to get their buffs out very quickly without much issue. Though, in terms of survivability, they don't really have much. So, you'll need to have some kind of dedicated support that can keep them alive. In terms of their arms aptitude, they prefer rods and staves, and they have quite a high stat for swords, but again, they're not really going to need their weapons, as their main source of utilizing their BP is going to be through their buffs. And their armor aptitude is nothing to really talk about that much. The Performer is a great raid-wide buffer, being able to buff physical and magical attack and defense, able to raise everyone's BP count and speed, and just all around be a great support unit with a decent knack for magic attack. This is a pretty good job, and I'll definitely be utilizing it pretty quickly.
How could you? I was born to perform. I only wanted my songs to be heard. That does it. I'm going back to ordinary life.
No, Praline! Don't leave us!
I'm so sorry, everyone.
The plan went off without a hitch. You drowned her out completely. We should suffer much less attrition on the Eisen Bridge from now on. You've done us a great service.
No, thank you, Commander Goodman, because we got our hands on a very, very good job. But man, Praline is, I think, the first of the Asterisk holders that we've seen so far who actually escaped with their lives. Man, that's impressive. But we did quite a bit here today. We sailed around the entire world searching for a way of defeating Praline, and that's exactly what we did. But next time on Bravely Default, we are going to be continuing the main scenario by heading into the Mithril Mines, and with Egil's information, we should be able to find our way into the Fire Temple. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.